Oh man, oh man. So, what are we doing here? Solstice is past, Aphelion is yet to come. The new moon is coming. Man, sometimes it's just too easy to rest on your laurels and coast. You know, you get out of school or whatever, or you do something for yourself, and there's no one saying, do it, do it, do it. That's why I really think any healthy and progressing human needs some sort of professional group, some associations that are directly and intentionally organized to motivate one another. I need that. I'm getting so close with my shop here. I finally have a sink. In a couple of weeks, I'll have employees. I think I'm going to have to maybe sue my old landlords, the management company. Not only did they keep my deposit, which they should have given back, they sent me a bill for $1,300. So I have all these little things that really will work out just fine. I mean, if I take them to court, it's I'm going to probably get quite a bit more than my $600. But that's all aside, you know. Getting back to the idea of having a professional group, someone to keep people focused. That's what I need. Once I have this little situation here worked out where I have it humming, that's going to be one of the first things I do. I know a lot of good people. Everybody has such different and diverse schedules, and on my days off I'm so, I want to take a day and just do laundry and hang out and do nothing, kind of. Surf the internet, because I haven't had the internet for a while here. And the other day I usually go out to the drum circle, and frankly this time of year people don't get out there till 4, but I'm always out there at 11. So I'm like sitting in the heat of the day for several hours. Sometimes I just leave early before anybody else gets there. That happened like 6 times last year. I did it last weekend, I did that very thing. So I feel like my days off are somewhat consumed right now by me just decompressing, not having to be here. But in several weeks I'll have an employee, and I'll get a couple more employees, and pretty soon I'll have free time to be more creative with my time, whether a musical project or what I'm talking about now, some sort of self-help group. You know, we all have ideas. The sweet Lord knows I have a lot of ideas. A lot of them are somehow inconsequential to living a good life. I mean, I've got some really interesting things, but I can't do them all. If I had a support group, people who I could ask questions to motivate them, and they could ask questions to motivate me, I could work out the details of a lot of these ideas and see how they overlap and begin to take advantage of the other people I know. There's a lot of people who can work but don't have the good ideas. I have a lot of ideas and I certainly can't do it all. So I've started enlisting the help of a couple of people for business ventures, business ideas. But as a general life organizing thing, the thing about doing stuff is that if you do something today, tomorrow it's done. But not only is it done as in you don't need to spend the time to complete it tomorrow, it's done as in you can build upon that success. So waiting 3 days to do something versus doing 3 things in 3 days that compound one another. If a person is efficient with their time and consistently skillful with their time, the results are not just 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. They're compounded geometrically. Because with every success, there's more choices and more options available. If I have something like this tattoo shop here, I haven't just been dragging my feet. There has been a big string of cumbersome obstacles. I'm learning a lot, but it hasn't been a smooth ride. Well, once this is open, I'll have enhanced cash flow, enhanced prestige, I'll have employees then to run the front. It's going to be a big step forward. Now, again, I haven't been dragging my feet, but if I did this whole thing again, I guarantee you I would already have this thing rocking. Because I know more. Because I would have gone through it already. Now that I've gone through it, if I do something like this again, I will be able to do it more efficiently. But if I had a group of people keeping me on task, helping remind me of my goals, helping intuit and understand my situation so as to help me formulate my most relevant goals, that alone would have helped me get this done a lot faster. There's something called BNI, Business Networking International, and I went to a couple of meetings when I first came to town here in Las Vegas. They're interesting. A lot of it's business-to-business professional stuff. Like, they only have one of every industry. Like, they have one dentist. I was a tattooist. They have people doing cable and phone service, accountants. There's one of each of these. So it's this whole big group of people who are networking. That's what they do. They network. They're expected to and do carry a little packet of everybody's cards. So if they're in any circumstance and someone says, well, I need a new car, they would be like, whipping, here you go. This guy sells new cars. He's a personal friend of mine. I trust him a lot. Go to him, talk to him, see what he can do for you. And then during the meetings, you're expected to write on slips of paper how many leads you put out there and how many successes other people's leads came to you. Things like this. Yeah, it's a neat idea. It's not exactly my cup of tea. The menu selections were limited and not my kind of food. It's kind of expensive. But for business-to-business stuff, it's probably definitely worth it. My friend was a masseuse in Kansas, and he was a part of BNI, and that's how I discovered it. I went to a couple meetings, and this woman, I believe her name was Leslie, it's been a few years, took me to her Toastmasters organized group. I learned quite a bit in the times I went there. But now I own a business. And my intention is to grow my business skillfully and successfully, network for clients and customers, but also generate something that I can step away from later and have even more freedom, more opportunity. So we all need groups, we all need people. It's important to begin to collect people who are your good allies, people who you can count on for insight, professionalism, positive intention. Because let's face it, there's plenty of people out there who would tear you down just, not because they're trying to make themselves feel good, but they just don't know. That's where they come from. That's how they were brought up, like find fault and attack. And that's helpful some, but generally, people who have a positive, constructive, let's do it attitude, surrounding yourself with them on purpose for the sake of propelling your life forward. That's probably the greatest single thing you could do for yourself, outside of brushing your teeth every day. Having a group of people who want the best for you, who are intelligent, and who will use their resources to help you get that in your life. So hey, just talking with you here today has really helped me out. I realize that's what I need to do for myself. There's one group, man, they're so cool. It's a salon. It's called Muse. But I'm usually at the drum circle, so I miss it because it's always Sunday. But I think some sort of salon, a place where people get together, drink tea or whatever, and just talk about cosmic awesomeness. I would love that. And there was some people doing it here, but like I say, they always do it during the drum circle every week, so I almost always miss it. Anyway, I'm talking something more professional though. A group of people who are smart and who have accomplished things, who want to accomplish things. I'm going to do it.